to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
Throwing to start here is Tua.
He's got him in, complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be crowned well outfield right around the 30-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run it again with Cook.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. He's at the 50.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot?
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
And also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And the Dolphins first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Dolphins 8. Vikings nothing.
Tua on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua steps away to his left. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Tua going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter. To me, you can pin a lot of that on an inability to convert 3rd downs and that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Let's go.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pound their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Dolphins 8.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Tua, the final shot before half. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
First down, here's Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings just continue to roll. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On first and 10, it's Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action now, Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their
blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Well, throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown! Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Joseph on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 49, Dolphins 8.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Tua going to run again.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
An option run with Tua.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dolphins 8.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch out now. 50.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready, break.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And Wilson with it, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Mostert, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Cousins here to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an
elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.